Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. This is Jeff here, and today we're going to build a cool set. It's a cool set because, well, there was one like this released in 2007. More is in the description about that. I do have that set. I don't have it built right now, but I do own it. But tonight we're going to do this set right here. We're going to do set number 60422. It is called the Seaside Harbor with cargo ship. And it's got 1,226 pieces, which ironically was my house number as a kid. Anyway, this has 8 minifigures, and it's got a few stickers. And tonight we'll be joined by Mrs. Chip at some point. In fact, no, sorry, she's not there. She's over here.
Oh, goodness.
So this is Mrs. Chip's first time on camera, so she's not that used to any of this, so she'll probably be a little shy. But hey, Greg, how you doing? But yeah, we're here, and we got the set. I've laid out the pieces here, and so we'll get going on that. But how's everyone's day been? My day's just been absolutely fabulous. I'm just kidding. It's been all right. Well, let me switch cameras, and I know Miss Chip's not too comfortable being on camera just yet, so she's gonna disappear like she told me she was going to. But let me go ahead and switch cameras. All right. You went to go see Beetlejuice 2 yesterday. Awesome. So how was it? That's something me and Miss Chip's been talking about doing. She's a sucker for movies, more than I am. I mean, I like movies, don't get me wrong, but she likes them more than I do. And she liked the original Beetlejuice, so yeah, we've been cussing and discussing that one. So, and Mrs. Chip will probably make an appearance here a little bit later because I know not everyone's here at the very beginning. But yeah. Well, we're done with the first little thing. We got ourselves I don't know, it's supposed to be like a jet ski. I don't know. But let's go with the next one. Mrs. Chip told me earlier that she finds my live streams boring and she doesn't like watching them. So I'm surprised she's still sitting here. But she's welcome to sit here for as long as she needs, want, or whatever. But if you don't find it boring, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, quit telling all my secrets.
Well, you want to marry someone who likes to be on camera. I got to have something to talk about.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens. You know, I mean, you share stuff with me, it might become material. Kind of like that Seinfeld episode when people got mad at him because they're like, well, everything I tell you becomes material. Anyway.
Very true.
For those of you who don't know Mrs. Chip is in the Army. She is what used to be called a chaplain assistant, but they went PC and they're now calling it religious affairs specialist, whatever the hell that means. But it's the same job. And part of her duties is that when they go downrange, a chaplain is not allowed to carry a weapon. And so as that, the chaplain assistant acts like their bodyguard. So anyway, yeah, Mrs. Chip is a bodyguard, kind of, I guess. Well, technically, she's paid as one. She's talked about becoming a bouncer after she gets out of the military. But anyway, here's the other one. A little boat with a fan on the back of it. And by the way, no, she never said any of that. I'm just making it all up as I go.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely means I should. I'm sure that most of my audience would agree with me. So, you know what, though? I think because my table's so messy, I think I'm going to do this. Okay, so you'll be able to see her now. And I'm sure she's just thrilled about the possibilities here.
Really.
She's absolutely thrilled, trust me. She's been married to me for 27 years. Trust me, she's absolutely thrilled about everything. She has to be. Went to my local movie store and picked up a few movies. Prince of Darkness and Poltergeist and David Lynch Dune in 4K. Awesome. So, just out of curiosity, I hear a lot about this 4K stuff. Like, how, like, is the quality that much better? I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I shoot this in 4K, but I've never shot in anything else, so I don't have anything to compare it to. And here we go. Here's this little guy. Just your typical dude with a life vest. Next, we got a child who's also going to be in a life vest. And boy, sometimes I wish I could tell all my jokes. Because I've heard a couple of good jokes, but they would definitely get me kicked off YouTube. So sorry, guys. Those jokes are out of the question. If I think of some other ones, I'll say it. Oh, and I'm sorry. Here's the child guy here. Then we got the female with the ponytail. Pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be building the other container here. Yep, there we go. And Greg says, yep, if you have the equipment for it. Yeah, I have a Sony camcorder, and I absolutely love it. It has a microphone attached to the top of it, which is an add-on that didn't come standard with that. It was like an extra, I want to say it was like an extra $100. But I like the microphone. I think it does a really good job, much like Miss Chip. She's kind of quiet. I guess the cat got her tongue, but here's a container and a container. And look at that. We are already done with bag number 1. So let's go to bag number 2. You ordered a few movies from Amazon. Awesome. Actually, I'm going to order some stuff from Amazon too, but I'm pretty sure if Mrs. Chip looked at my history, I'd be in trouble for what I ordered. She doesn't have to know about that. Oh, she's ready to get hot. There you go.
You don't need any more Legos.
No, I've never needed more Legos, but I'm getting them anyway. I did apply for a job here in town. I can't really say what it is right now, but if I did get this job, they close at 5 in the evening, so I would still be able to do my live streams no problem. So, and it pays more than some of the other places here in town. So I'm really hoping I get it, but I don't know. I mean, I just barely applied for it. I saw it in our Facebook group. So, yeah, it'd be pretty cool if I did get it. And what did I do wrong there? Oh, that's what I did wrong. I'm talking about TV and DVD player and Type 2 speed. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, Greg, I got to admit, I'm ignorant. I don't know that stuff. That's something I would have to ask Spencer about all the time. And I'm sure that as his dad, I annoy him with those sort of questions. And Enzo's here too. Enzo is not liking Miss Chip being here that much. I think he feels like she's invading his space, which is just fine. Don't worry, Enzo. She annoys me too. She's an irritation.
Mm-hmm.
A mild one at that, but anyway. She's gonna smack me. You're gonna see by the end of this thing. All right. So what have we been up to? We packed up. Good evening, Kenneth. How you doing? You're sitting here with your 30-minute break at work. Awesome, dude. And I'm sitting here with Mrs. Chip today. She just happens to be visiting from Texas for a short little bit. So I don't think she likes being on camera that much, but she agreed to. So I mean, hey, I'm just going along for the ride. She's probably thinking about ways to kill me right now. Yeah, you need a 4K Blu-ray player to play. Okay, well, cool. Well, again, yeah, Greg, I appreciate the info. I need to brush up on that. But I honestly these days don't watch a whole lot of movies. It's not that I don't like them. It's just my life is very full. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. We work in the basement, too. Today, we were trying to clean up. We've got totes that have been sitting down there and boxes that have been sitting down there from where we moved 2 years ago. And we've just never cleaned them up. And honestly, I went through a couple of totes and I realized that I don't even care whether I have those things or not anymore. So I'm going to toss those out. Save me a little bit of room. Mrs. Chip, on the other hand, there was nothing she wanted to throw away. So I guess I'm stuck with that stuff. She is stationed at Fort Cavazos. And actually, you can answer that now.
Yes, I am.
I think, see, guys, I know Mrs. Chip very well. And she must be like just feeling a little bit weird being on camera because in real life, she'll never shut up. Yeah, see, I ordered 2 IXO collections full kit of Jeep Willie. That's awesome. And when do they arrive? And yeah, my friend Jim likes those kind of sets, man. Uh-oh, I almost broke it. And Greg says that's like 4 hours away from
Oh, okay.
from him. Whatever. I'm sorry. I think having Mrs. Chip here is making me a little nervous, to be honest.
She's home.
Yeah, she is. That's correct. Actually, I saw.
He likes me to think so.
Well, I mean, it's just better that way if you think so. There was a little short reel I saw on Facebook that made me laugh. This guy went to his dad and he says, "Hey, Dad, I think I found the one. Her name is whatever." And he goes, "No, you're not ready, son." He goes, "What do you mean?" He said, "You just need to apologize right now." And he goes, "Well, I didn't do anything." He goes, "You need to apologize anyway. Otherwise, you're not ready." So anyway, that's how that goes. I have eyes in the back of my head, and I'm just getting this feeling that she's contemplating different ways of hurting me in my sleep.
Well, you do have to sleep sometimes.
I live outside of Beaumont. Is that Beaumont or Beaumont? Am I saying that right? I hate to butcher names because my name gets butchered all the time, so I kind of make it a point not to butcher names. Stickers. Sticker time. So, me and the Mrs. Chip, we were talking a little bit, and well, we thought we'd do a live stream, and we're not going to do it tonight, but we wanted to share our experience of being in a long-term relationship that's lasted almost 28. Well, I guess it is 28 years because we dated a little bit before we got married. So yeah, we've been together 28 years. And keep in mind, the advice that we'll share, and they're not sharing it tonight, but the advice that we're going to share, we're not saying that this is the only way to make a relationship last. What we're saying is these are the things that we found that work for us to have a relationship, to maintain the relationship, and it's for it to survive for children, and survive all the ups and downs that came with all of this. And so we'll be sharing our little bit of advice in a live stream probably this coming week, but just wanted to let you guys know that's coming up. We probably will not be building a Lego during that, unless Miss Chip wants to break out her what do you call those things? Brick heads. She's got a ton of them.
I have to find the box.
Yeah. If you've touched it, it still smells. You find it pretty easy. I'm telling you, I'm going to get killed here. And see, she's holding back because, trust me, when you all aren't here,
I don't need any witnesses.
She'll say stuff. She'll say it right back. She'll throw it right back at me. Trust me. And Greg says he had Whataburger for dinner last night. Mrs. Chip and I, we went to Beto's last night, and I had their chili verde burrito. And Mrs. Chip, I don't know, you had the shrimp cocktail, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'd really hate to say it, but like it didn't go over very well. My body did not agree with it, which I've had their chili verde burrito many times, and I really like it. Just last night, it was way too spicy, more spicy than usual. And, well, it bit back. Let's just put it that way. And I'm sure you guys don't want to hear any more about that, so we'll just let that go. But if you guys would, please hit the like button, and I'd appreciate that. All right. Oh, look at that. I'm tearing it apart as I'm building it.
Good thing it's Lego.
Yeah. So what did you have at what a burger? Did you have just a burger, a bacon cheeseburger? I mean, like, what did you get? Because I'll tell you what, bacon cheeseburger sounds real good about right now. We should probably go to the grocery store and get stuff for that, huh? See, Mrs. Chip, she don't look like it, but she does her fair share of eating. Let me tell you, she ain't one of those girls that you take on a date and she gets just a salad. No, not this girl. Which I love her. I love her for it. To be honest, oh shoot, I think I left a piece out. To be honest, I think I did. No, I didn't. Well, oh, there it is. Used. Okay, cool. We're almost with bag. We're almost done with bag number 2. Is there do you know? Is there 9 bags for this one? Can you check that over there, please?
Yes.
So there's 9 bags to this. Sweet and spicy bacon burger made it a large. Got a shake after. Excuse me. Damn. See what sitting next to Miss Chip does to me?
At least the cracker.
I don't know about all that in a bag of potato chips. All right. You know something? It even with the AC on, it's pretty warm up here today. The Dr. Pepper shake was calling my name, but I went with the chocolate. Well, there's nothing wrong with either one, in my opinion. It all goes down the same. But I think Miss Chip, I could tell by the look on her face, she wants to step away. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch cameras. So, and if I feel, well, she might come back later. I don't know. Who knows? It's a gentleman's game. That's what it is. You gonna stay here?
Yeah.
Oh, she says she's gonna stay here. I might as well put back the other camera then. Dang. she says it's okay. She doesn't want to be on camera. She just wants to be here. So I don't know what's up with that. Mrs. Chip is here, y'all. She decided to make her appearance, which I think is great. It's great to have her here, to be honest. All jokes aside, I will give her help just because we've been married for 28 years, and I feel pretty safe that I can give her hell, just like she gives me hell all the time. But it's really great to have her here. We did go for a country drive today. We drove out in the country. We went south of town, and then we went west of town. And the really cool thing about living where we live is that there are still some log cabins. I don't think anybody lives in them, but they're still standing, and some of them are in decent shape. Some of them look like if you lean up against them, they're going to fall over, but not most of them. Most of them actually in decent shape. So we went out and saw that. We brought Enzo with us, and of course he wanted to stick his head halfway out the window the whole time. So typical dog behavior. Did you get Jaws yet? I ordered it, Greg, but it's on back order, so I do not have it in my hot little hands yet. I did have quite a few other Lego sets arrive, though. I've got a total of 6 right now, and one of them is the roller coaster thing, which I'm not sure which live stream that's going to be, but that's coming up real soon because I love the roller coasters. I've got so many of the roller coasters. And Jaws, oh man, that looks so cool, especially because I remember when Jaws came out, I was a little kid. I was terrified. Now when I watch Jaws, sometimes I look at that shark and I'm like, what lame effects. But as a kid, it was just terrifying. Oh, yeah. I'm getting too old. Is your foot there?
No.
Okay. I wouldn't want to run over her foot.
I wouldn't want you to run over my foot either.
Well, I need her to make money for me, so can't have that happen. Oh, the 66 Batmobile, yeah, it does look pretty cool. I love the color scheme on it. So yeah. Oh no, that's a Joker. Never mind, I'm thinking something else. You said Batmobile, not the Joker mobile. Oh, we had Mrs. Chip's here, John. There she is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're fine. She's right here. She ain't going nowhere. I keep the leash short, so no, I'm just kidding. She keeps my leash short. It's more like it, but so I'll tell you what I told a friend one time. My friend told me that it looked like my wife wears the pants in the family, and I told her no. Or my friend, it was a guy actually. I said no. I wear the pants in the family. Mrs. Chip just tells me which ones to wear. Oh, she is sassy. This is a loaded pistol right here. Let me tell you. She's killed for less. Trust me. But I give her help, and she was talking a little bit earlier, John, but I think she's all talked out because she ain't used to being on here, telling her life story. I am, and I like telling my life story. And careful what you tell me. It might become that. She should be monitoring the chat. Oh, she is. She's monitoring the chat. All right.
Chatter off.
So, Mrs. Chip, tell us an Army story. Any Army story. First of all, she's been in the Army since 2007, which is pretty amazing in my opinion. I really, all jokes aside, I will joke with her. I do give her hell. She gives me hell back, and we joke around a lot. But if I had to be serious, which I am being serious, I don't have to be serious. Mrs. Chip, I got a lot of respect for her in that she has made a career out of the Army, because I know it's not been easy, and it's not something that I could even do. And so I got a lot of respect for her doing it. And anyway, that's enough. If I say much more, she's gonna get a big head. So I got to stop. I do appreciate her though. I do, really. But you got an Army story you want to tell?
He was asking about Korea. Korea is very family oriented, and they have open markets out along the downtown area, and fresh sushi, very kind people. And we would go out as a group, probably like a Saturday afternoon, and have some fresh sushi at a little market mom and pop shop hole in the wall, and it was very good stuff. And I've had octopus, I tried squid, just too chewy, and regular sushi, and they had some other things, all kinds of varieties, and it was definitely affordable. And that's the best memory I have there, is the food, the family oriented. Co-workers would go to little mom and pop shops with beer and just hang out, and their families would join them. It was just really cool. Very family oriented place. Good people, and that's my funnest memory of being in South Korea.
Well, what about them coffee shops you used to go to where
Yes.
they would have the dogs there, and you can...
Yeah. Yes, they did. They did have dogs, little dogs, in the coffee shop, so you could get some coffee, have your little doggy play with other little dogs, talk with your friends, and yeah, it was really fun. And you could pet them. You can pet them. They let you pet them, so it was a lot of fun to go there.
No, they weren't your next meal. What they were is these dogs. People who worked would drop them off at the coffee shop, and the coffee shop, the dogs had to be a certain temperament, or you couldn't drop them off. And then they would just let you relax with the dogs and have coffee.
Yeah.
So
it was fun.
You gotta play with random dogs.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they might start serving dog, but currently they didn't. Let's see.
Not at this time.
Oh boy, I'll tell you what. I should be tired, but I actually took a nap today. Mrs. Chip actually went easy on me today. She didn't make me work too hard. The bowling star returns home today. Awesome. So is that where the those astronauts got stuck in space? Is that what you're talking about? Because I saw that. That was pretty crazy that happened. It makes you wonder how that that happened. I got to keep it family friendly. Although I'm not sure why I keep it family friendly. I mean, after all, Mrs. Chip here, it's already unfriendly enough. So, I just like giving her a hard way to go. She's a good gal. Let's see. Yes, and they're still stuck. The capsule is coming home on its own. Oh, dang, that's crazy, man. How did that even happen? I didn't keep up with that. Like, I only heard that it happened. I didn't even really hear like why the situation presented itself. Okay, wait a minute. See, I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna blame it on Miss Chip. Miss Chip, get out of here. Let's get. Let's see. Oh, what? What in the? I don't even know how to follow directions. Look at that. I'm surprised Miss Chip didn't have something to say about that. She's really being shy around you guys. I'm telling you, because in real life, man, my goodness, she's a force to be reckoned with. Not that that's a bad thing. Mute yourself. You're turning red. Oh, me? Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, the grays are coming in, John. No more blonde.
Oh, that's right. She was on like
Years ago.
yeah. That's when I was visiting you in Cincinnati, and we were staying in the hotel because your mom was really sick, and it was really hard to. It was a little bit much for me to be around her mom because, I'm used to her being healthy, and all of a sudden she was pretty much on her deathbed, and it was pretty rough. Anyway, yeah, we did. We stayed. I don't remember which hotel we stayed in. It was Hilton there on the Kentucky side of the river, if I remember right. I probably don't remember right. She'll tell me that. If I don't remember right, she'll just smack me in the back of the head. 50 Shades of Grey on your head. Yeah, well, I gotta just be quiet. I gotta keep the family friendly. Okay, so let's see. That's that.
So which pile is it now?
That one you got your hands on. Okay, so we got the cargo boat done, and thank you for the hair, Enzo, already. And I think it looks pretty cool. It's meant for you to. I don't know what it's meant to do. They didn't really show, did they? Oh yeah, they did. So yeah, they are meant to drop in there. Enzo's right here. He is kind of being antisocial since Mrs. Chip's been here. I don't think he's too happy about her invading the space. He'll just have to live with it, though. Oh well, yeah, I know what you meant, Greg. But I mean, I really do tone it down for YouTube. In real life, a lot of my humor is inappropriate for YouTube. It just makes me wonder how Miss Chip stands to be around me because, she's a different breed. She ain't the same as me when it comes to that kind of stuff. Actually, she is. She just doesn't want me to tell you. All right. I put the wrong. According to this is supposed to be the female. I guess in today's world, does that really matter? Did I say that one? Did I? Has anybody seen Beetlejuice 2? Yeah, I've seen it. No, I haven't. Miss Chip wants to go see it. The last movie we saw together at the theater was A Man Called Otto or Named Otto or whatever it's called. Yeah. We've got these two little workers. That makes a total of 5 figures so far. There's going to be a total of 8. I'm not not too happy about them using this little brick. This little,
The green?
yeah. Thanks. Because that's what I use in my thing on the water line to make the bricks look like they, they've got seawater damage. Oh, the BLD sets have been revealed. What's BLD? I'm sorry. I'm a little slow to the draw. Kobe came out with 2 new sets, a red and blue F-16 and the Rocket X-15. Awesome. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent, the X-15. Especially when it doesn't blow up on it. Oh, Bricklink Designer. Okay. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And actually, I have plans to get them all. Don't tell Miss Chip, okay? Miss Chip doesn't need to know. But I plan on getting all of them. Did you hear anything?
You just told on yourself.
No, you don't listen to half of what I say. You shouldn't have heard anything.
I do have selective hearing.
Oh, I know you
That's
do.
true.
I know you do. Oh, the SR. Oh, the Blackbird? That's even better, man. I love the SR-71, the Blackbird. I heard a story how they got a missile lock on a SR-71, and all it did was speed up, and it outran the missile. That's how freaking fast that thing was. I watched a documentary on it just a few days ago. I'm sorry. And what I thought the coolest thing about the SR-71 was that the he needs a Jethro hips. Yeah, I probably do. She'd probably give it to me too. Watch. But the SR-71, cool fact if you didn't know, that it's made out of titanium. A lot of it is. And we didn't have titanium. And we used fake shell companies, several of them, to buy titanium from Russia to build the SR-71 just so we could use titanium to spy on her. The SR-71 is like 120, and the F-16 is first generation of the F-16. They painted on it red, white, and blue, and NCIS. See, look at that. I'm tired. If I start sneezing, it's because I'm allergic to this one over here.
At least to your problems.
No, you are the source of all my problems. All right. So somehow I get the feeling I'm not making it past midnight tonight. It's gonna hurt. Y'all heard it here first. Hi, tired. I'm Greg. Yeah, Mrs. Chip is good for wanting to talk. See, here's what happens. We'll be talking about stuff for like 2 hours, and all of a sudden the game comes on, and Mrs. Chip will complain about how we never talk. That's how it works. I'm telling you guys. If you haven't been married, you probably don't know these things. But I just want to tell you so that way you know what to expect. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, really. I mean, it's tough going.
So hard.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like, man, it exhausts me all the time. How's the evil cats doing? I haven't let the cats in the house for a while. Only Max has been the only one in the house. I'm tired of it because not that I'm trying to be gross, but I'm tired of waking up in the middle of the night hearing a cat yak and then get up to use the restroom and step in it. I'm serious, have too many times. So those cats are outside, man. Look at this. It's actually being built. It's getting there. All right. I have a feeling I'm gonna need them red things here in a second. Yeah, we've got 7 cats. Only one's indoor. I like how they made this kind of modular with the little pins. Yep, I thought so. Enzo's over there trying to ignore me. You know it's bad when your dog says he's done with taking your crap. It's really bad. Mrs. Chip, she tells me once in a while she's done taking my crap, and then give it about 5 minutes. She'll be back for more. No, but if you guys didn't know, Mrs. Chip actually collects Legos as well. She collects the brick heads. She's got quite a few of them actually. And she's got close to 100 of them. And she's got a few Disney sets too, like the what was that movie called? Sanderson's Sister's Cottage. What was that?
Oh yeah, Hocus Pocus.
Hocus. Yes, I'm glad she's here because I would have never. I just wasn't remembering that. Yeah, she's got that. She's got the Disney villains with the VCR tape, the Apple, and I can't remember what it's, a book or something. I can't remember that.
Clock.
Oh, the little thing.
Crocodile.
Yeah. See, I'm glad she's here. She's keeping me straight. All right. Let's hear him speak. Well, let's see if he will. He's kind of like I said. I think he feels like Mrs. Chip's invading his space because he's not acting. He's not like being bad or anything, but he is acting more shy and quiet than he normally does. Of course, you have to admit that, or you have to remember that I'm pretty sure it was a female that abused him in the past because he just the way he acts around females. So, yeah. And I will try here in a second. Try to get Enzo to come up front and center. I'm just going to finish this bag first. You want to go to dinner after?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
You want to go back to Beto's?
No, I don't think that's a good idea for you.
I'll get something else this time. I'll get street tacos.
As long as they don't bite back.
I don't even like the street tacos.
Oh, okay.
Spencer does.
Oh.
Yeah, Gertie is back home. Thank goodness. Gertie, the last visit with her was not fun. She did not let me sleep at all. She was really hyper. I mean, I do like Gertie, but she's not really. She just kind of gets left outside and forgotten about. So, she doesn't know how to act. And I actually feel bad for her because it's not a really good life. It's a lot of the reason why I take her as often as I do. to get her out of that. Okay, let's see. Sweet.
What's the next one? This one or this
That one. See, look how helpful she can be. Oh man, that didn't want to work with me. All right, so we got a few extra pieces, right? Unless I missed something, and I did. Of course, I did. So just throw those on there. Oh boy, so much easier to do it back when I should have done it. There we go. All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get Enzo to cooperate. I'll be right back. Oh, old age. All right. You gonna finish the live stream for me?
No.
Oh, okay. Enzo, come here. Sit. Good boy. Are you cute? Huh? Are you cute? Huh? Are you cute? Speak. Oh, come on. Speak. Oh, speak. Come on. Speak. Oh, that's a good boy. So there we have it. We got one dog on this side and one dog on the other. Look at that. See, I told you. Y'all saw it. She just assaulted me. Look at that.
Heads will roll.
Yes, they do. Heads roll, especially in Lego. Oh boy, see. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing him speak. He normally cooperates. Of course, I made tacos for lunch, and I shared a bunch of the meat with him. So, and he has to speak to get it. So he's pretty used to this kind of stuff. It just needs to smell kind of bad in here all of a sudden. I think it was his breath. But the reason I bought this set, and I have not gotten into that yet. The reason I bought this set was that I love Lego City. It is my favorite theme, and Lego came out with, I think it was set number 7994 in 2007, which is a much larger cargo boat, and it's just like a little crane thing. And anyway, I own it. I have not built it since I moved, but I would like to build a harbor in my city. So anyway, that's the reason I like this one, because it's no fun to have a port with only one boat. And now with this one, it allows me the flexibility of easily coming up with a second boat. And because that one, the way it's built, I could actually buy a second one and expand the boat and make it larger. So I think it'd be pretty cool. And Animation, how you doing, bud? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Actually, I appreciate all of you, including Miss Chip once in a while. Her not so much, but you guys don't need to know that. I'll keep that to myself. Yeah, she gonna kill me here. Greg says he's back. Welcome back, Greg. And thank you for all those who are here and just joined us. If you have just joined us, this is Mrs. Chip here. She doesn't get to be here very often. This is my wife of 27 years, almost 28. I better remember that. She's sitting right here. And she's in the military, so she's not here a heck of a whole lot. And she's here visiting with me for a few weeks. So please welcome her. And you don't have to be nice, but it would be nice if you were nice. But you don't have to be nice. She gonna hit me for that too. Watch. But yeah, Mrs. Chip's been in the military 17 years. Yeah, 17 years. Man, I can't believe that. That is absolutely nuts. And thanks, John. She's beautiful when she doesn't talk. I'm gonna get hit. Oh, all right. On a more serious note, yeah, she is. She's definitely aged very well, in my opinion. See, I knew her when she was a spring chicken. She ain't no spring chicken no more, but you know. Look at that, you ate a piece.
Not hungry.
Well, the problem is you're gonna crack bricks if you do that. Good job. Oh, I'm Jeff, and this is Miss Chip, or I'm known as Chip as well. But sometimes I slip and use her real name, but she don't like it, so it's just Miss Chip. All right. Oh, you're going to make an animation for YouTube. That's awesome. So I take it you have your own YouTube channel. And if you do, please feel free to put a link in the description. Oh, crap. I messed that up. Do you do like stop motion? Do you do short stories? Like, what do you do with the Lego and YouTube? Use words like that? Yeah, I occasionally do. I do compliment her. You have to be real careful, though, because you compliment a woman too much. I better not finish that sentence. I better just leave that alone. Sorry, guys. You'll just have to make up the rest in your head, and if you get it wrong, sorry. Any plans for the week? Yeah, we're actually thinking about going to Texas. I don't know if we're actually going to make it. I kind of I would like to go to Texas, but I just don't want to drive there. And I'm being a wimp. I don't like the drive. It's 22 hours without stopping. So that's kind of a problem for me. And Mrs. Chip, she doesn't really like the drive either. So I don't know. But yeah, we might go to Lava Hot Springs. Lava Hot Springs is exactly what it sounds like. And there's a lot there. There's also Crystal Hot Springs. And that's always a fun spot, especially this time of year when it's still kind of warm out. It'll be really busy. And if you go, I don't remember what night it was. They got family night where it's cheap. It's like you pay one cover charge for like everybody in your family, up to like 8 people or something. Anyway, we've done it a few times. And Spencer lives close by. Amanda lives close by. So that's something we've talked about doing, as a family. And so, yeah, we don't have like solid plans, but, there's also movies like you mentioned, Beetlejuice. Mrs. Chip like the original. I barely remember the original. All I remember is don't say Beetlejuice 3 times. That's about all I remember. I don't remember the significance of that, though. Okay, so we go through here. How about you guys? You guys got plans for this weekend, the week coming up? I still want to get the majority of my Lego sets in the house because out in the shop it's just too warm. We cleared away some of the boxes that so I can put more shelves down there. So we'll see how that goes. I think it'll go pretty well. And then my next video where I do the tour, you guys will be able to see all the updates. So excited for that. That's always fun, especially when Mrs. Chip's here. Ashley, I'll be honest, man. Having her here, it is a ray of sunshine because it's, living by yourself. It does have its advantages, but there's times it just ain't that fun. And so having her here is it's a lot of fun and gives you something to pick on once in a while. And really, that's all you're gonna say? You're quiet tonight, and trust me, guys, she ain't normally this quiet. I'm normally sitting there wondering when I'm building. Wondering why I'll be able to get a word in edgewise. Hey, Enzo. He just came up from downstairs. You guys should see this, man. First of all, I don't know if you guys remember Max, but Max is like 20 pounds. He's a big cat. And he doesn't really fit in the cat house, but he's been squeezing himself in there. And it's funny, he don't fit all the way in there, so part of him sticks out. And it always makes me laugh. He sleeps like that, too, halfway out the dang house, man. So, more power to him, I guess. Okay, so this goes there. Oh, and I got to push these in. Well, dang, if you want me to push in, go in. There we go.
That's it?
Oh, John's saying to jab me. Okay, well.
I should jab you.
It's the kind of friends I got around here, dang. Don't worry about pineapple juice in your Dr. Pepper. Yeah, we've already taken care of that.
Yeah. Like bad.
Okay, so we got to do this times 2. So we got a second one to throw together. You got a favorite joke you can share on YouTube?
No.
Oh, that's right. All her jokes are so bad she can't share them on YouTube. That's the problem. You got to remember, she may look innocent, but she's in the Army. You're in the Army now? Oh, I can't sing that on Family Channel. Never mind. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You know what movie I want to go see again? Joe Dirt. Yeah, she's not a fan of Joe Dirt, everybody, but it's one of my favorite movies. I actually like the second one, Joe Dirt, Beautiful Loser. You ever seen that? Have you?
I haven't missed a thing.
Oh no, you missed a lot. It was good.
Not my sense of humor.
Yeah, it is. Everyone, she's lying to you. Okay. I gotta do 4 of these. Dang. Yeah, John. Having Enzo around does help. Because Enzo's. I mean, like, the cool thing about Enzo is that no matter what I want to do, he's always down for it, man. Like, just as long as he's spending time with me, that's all Enzo cares about. And I was kind of afraid to get a rescue at first because I've had rescues in the past, and it doesn't always work out because sometimes they're just so far gone that working with them just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work out. So I was kind of afraid to get him. However, now that I've had Enzo as long as I've had him, I'm really glad I do have him. He doesn't quite replace Miss Chip, but I think he tries. Yeah, I really messed this one up. What is your favorite comedy of all time, Mrs. Chip? Question from Greg.
Comedy as a movie or comedy as a stand-up comedian?
Why don't you tell them both?
Gosh.
She loves
Panetta.
Well, she absolutely likes Andrew Dice Clay.
Huh?
No, she does not actually. She hates Andrew Dice Clay. She thinks he's too foul.
I like Panetta.
Oh, John Panetta?
Yeah, John Panetta. He's my favorite. Comedy.
Comedian.
Stand-up comedian.
John says he thinks that Mrs. Chip has more to offer than Enzo. Well, yeah, he does. But we don't need to talk about all that. I could say something, but it ain't YouTube friendly, so I will leave all. Actually, I got a couple of things I could say. Not YouTube friendly, but I just have to leave it right where I left it because I don't want to get thrown off of here. I've worked too hard to be thrown off of here.
Yeah. Comedy movies, I can't think of one comedy movie that I like over the others.
Really? I can think of a couple comedy movies you've watched over and over.
Yeah, but there's not just one. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, name a couple of them then.
Because
There's one in particular. I'm surprised you didn't just come out and be like, "Oh, that's my favorite," because we've watched it like 60,000 times, man. I think we wore out the DVD if that's possible.
Oh, let's see. We got Grease. We got Legally Blonde.
Comedies.
That is comedies. They're funny.
Really? You didn't? I'm surprised you didn't start off with just grown-ups.
That one too. Yes.
We've seen. Look, guys. We've
that
seen,
one's funny.
She's thrown grown-ups in the DVD player, Blu-ray, whatever, like a million times.
That's
and
true,
Mrs.
too.
Suzanne says, "Hi, Miss Chip."
I'm Miss Suzanne.
And Greg says he wishes that George Carlin was alive. Why is that? By the way, George Carlin is one of my favorite. Actually, no, he is my favorite because I love his anti-government establishment views. I have many of them myself.
What about Eddie Murphy when he's in California? Cop. Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh yeah, you've watched that one a ton of times too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was nice.
Suzanne, how's your day been? My day has been absolutely just ghetto fabulous. Check out. All right. Cool. I'll be laughing my rear end off. Oh yeah, George Carlin's he's good, man. Too bad he had heart problems. That's what eventually did him in. I love his bit about religion. Even though I'm a religious guy, I love how he says that a used car salesman can't hold a candle to the BS that a clergyman can tell you. He said that he used to believe in praying to somebody and asking him to grant his wishes, and then he grew up. Anyway, I still believe in God, and I still pray to him, but I do like other people's opinions, though. I just ordered Star Trek the motion picture in 4K Steelbook, Escape from New York, Wizard of Oz, The Terminator, and a few other. You know, The Terminator, I like the series, man. I mean, it's violent, it's gory, sure, but that's kind of the appeal of it. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, man, like everyone, he's aged. But I love his stuff, man. And Jane likes his stuff too. She's watched Kindergarten Cop 1,000 times too. Well, she has. And Owen Ghosts. Hi, what are you building? Oh, can you see the booklet? Sure. Actually, let me show you the box because the book there's several booklets and it doesn't really. I don't think it does it justice. So let me pull up the box here. This is what I'm building. I'm building this guy right here. Ooh, back it up. And this one I'm going to add to the other harbor set they built, 7994 back in 2007. I own that one as well. And there's another one too. I don't remember the set number, but I've been collecting City for, well, they used to call it Town back when I first started. I've been collecting for over 45 years. That's how young I am. And let's see, only the first two. I ordered Poltergeist 2, Lost Boys, Avatar 1, and Exorcist in 4K. Well, the Exorcist in 4K should be interesting, to say the least. One of my favorite comedies actually is the one where they're making fun of teen movies called Not Another Teen Movie. Yes, it's dirty, but that is my sense of humor. I love that part where we're a campus where it's not all just about hooking up and all this, and the next scene you see some girl's butt pushed up against the window because they're doing something nasty. Mm-hmm. It was funny. See, Miss Chip, she don't want to let you in on something, but she liked it too. No, she didn't. She got mad at me for watching that one. But it's still fun. I like the kind of stuff. I'm going to catch up on rewatch Greg. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you being here, Suzanne. Let's see. Oh, there we go. As far as comedian, mine's Rodney Dangerfield, No Respect. Oh, Rodney Dangerfield. One of my favorite ones is where it's a compilation of his stuff. And he's got this one. He goes, yeah. Me and my wife, we went in the bedroom the other night to have sex. We got naked. We sat there for 30 minutes. And I said, what's the matter? You can't think of anybody else either? But anyway, I like his stuff. John says, I want to build a stone ship from space. Love the drone ship's Namex. The Star Wars spoof. Yes, Spaceballs. Is that the one? Because that is one. That is pretty fun. I'm surrounded by a-holes. One of the best parts. They have airplane movies out. Oh, dude, I love Airplane. Oh, you're totally speaking my language, John. Now, for my dad's birthday in February, we went over to his house. We had dinner over there, and my dad requested that we sat down and watch Airplane. Of course, as a family, we've seen Airplane literally hundreds of times. So, not really a surprise that he would ask for that. I'm preserving history. Red Fox. Okay. Oh, I've never heard of Red Fox, to be honest. Have you heard of Red Fox? So we've got
7, 8.
Oh wow, we got a little bit. Maybe I should have broken this up into 2 streams, but oh well. I'm not going to now. It's too late. Miss Chip's just going to have to be bored with me. Keep hitting the like button. Thank you. Fred Sanford. Oh yes. Yeah. That's good right there. Okay. Was I supposed to hook that up with something? I was. Well, let's hook it up. All right. So we've got so far the crane, a little bit of a little bench area, a little life preserver here, and a map, which ironically is in the shape of the set. Pretty good stuff. Okay. Bag number 7. It's a go. In all honesty, all the joking that I've done, I'll stop joking just for a second so I can say this. And when it comes to Mrs. Chip, I sincerely appreciate her because she has put up with me for many years. And honestly, that's a very difficult job to put up with me. And so, don't say anything. So I do appreciate it. I really do. Because she didn't have to.
You're welcome.
Most people wouldn't have. Have you watched All in the Family? Yes, I have. There was a day when I used to watch a lot of TV and movies. Here lately, because of, it's funny. I live alone, but I don't have any extra time.
Yes, he is, John. It's definitely hard churned butter.
Oh yeah, no, she earned that. Let me tell you. But I wasn't just trying to butter her up there. She really has put up with me, and I appreciate it. Because for those who don't know, I'll be completely just transparent and honest here for a second. When we first got married, I was a hothead. I got mad a lot, and I was angry a lot. And Mrs. Chip put up with me, so I appreciate that. I've mellowed out a lot since because, well, I'm tired of getting backhanded. And plus, I don't like talking to police, so I had to cool my jets a little bit. No, I'm just kidding on that last part. But no, honestly, she did. She put up with me being immature and young, and her being immature and young, well, that was more fun than anything, but we don't need to talk about that, right? And John says, I forgot, I also ordered Blazing Saddles. I actually showed my son part of Blazing Saddles the other day, the part where the sheriff comes to town. And anyway, I don't think I could really complete the rest of that thought since I have to make sure this is YouTube friendly. But Blazing Saddles is a good movie. I just hate the fact that when you watch it now, if you don't have an older copy of it, they have this little like warning that this was made in a different time, and so the standards and humor is just not the same as today. And what bothers me is like, no, really? I mean, you couldn't tell because the fact that it was made in like 1980 that it would have been a different time. I mean, really? You need to tell me that? Okay. All right. Cool. Glad I can't think for myself. And John says he can't believe that Rue is going to be 4 years old in May. That is pretty cool, John. Rue is roaming the house, nose to the floor for the next 3 hours. Oh, really?
Must have found something.
Yeah, actually, when I was cleaning up the basement today, I found some evidence of mice. I've got poison down there, and the problem is I don't know how recent this mice activity is. It doesn't look fresh. It looks pretty old, and I've had those traps down there for probably about 4 or 5 months. So it's probably old news. Probably not something I need to really worry about. But living out here in the country, you're supposed to tell me when I do that.
I don't have the book yet.
Yeah, but you don't put money on the ground.
That's true.
Anyway, it's not her fault. I was just giving her a hard time. It's the only hard time I'm allowed to give her on here. You guys want to laugh. Johnny Lawrence from Karate Kid has been talking to me on X. Awesome. Are you being for real? He's talking to you, or is this a joke? What are you talking about, dude? What you talking about, Willis? Actually, I watched some episodes of that too recently. Different Strokes. I found them on YouTube. I was watching full episodes. Okay. Oh, well, it helps if I put the right pieces, doesn't it? Mel Brooks has his own level of... Yes. Mel Brooks is actually one of my favorite, Greg. I love the fact that his humor is not politically correct. It's not in several of them, especially in History World Part 1 and Blazing Saddles are two that it is not. What I don't like is he did an advertisement on History World Part 1 at the end where, and I know some people are going to get upset about this, but this is my channel. I'll say what I want. He did an advertisement for Jews in space, and it had starships that were in the shape of the Star of David. And I thought it was funny, but don't think he ever actually made that one. It was just a fake advertisement, which I kind of wished he would have. So, I need to know the bookcase. The bully from Cobra Kai, he has an account. They're normal. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if they're that normal, John, but okay. No, I'm just kidding. I know what you meant. They exist. They're people. Yeah. So how is he talking to him? Is it pretty cool? He's pretty chillaxed. I mean, is he uptight or is he funny? I mean, like, what kind of guy is this? Miss Chip wants to know. She's always wondering more. Mm-hmm. See, Mrs. Chip, she's trying to be shy over here. She ain't shy. I'm telling you. Oh, so Mrs. Chip is here. So as you guys have probably noticed, I haven't been doing these as much, and I won't be, not for the next 2 weeks. But as soon as she leaves, we're going to party. Not because she left, just because when she leaves. Yeah. I don't know if there's really a difference, but
there was no difference.
Well, the wording was different. They don't quite mean the same thing.
Barely.
See, look what you just made me do. Look at that.
Serves you right.
Use your witching powers, woman. And we do joke a lot. And for you feminists out there, you're going to hate me for a minute. I do tell Mrs. Chip that she's my property sometimes, just as a joke. And when we were talking today, we were going, like I said earlier, we were going through old stuff, old boxes, stuff that I don't care if I keep anymore. And she made the comment about me taking care of my stuff because there was some stuff that's really old and it looks pretty much new. And I joked with her and I said, well, I've been with you for 28 years. You're the longest thing I've ever owned. And you see, that's where feminists will get mad at me. But what they don't know is that we joke around like that. And I don't treat her like property. I treat her like the wonderful human being that she is. And I spend a lot of time discussing things with her. And, you know, I think one of my favorite parts of our relationship is the fact that Mrs. Chip, now she's in the Army, and she's a sergeant. She has situations where she's in charge of soldiers. And I was a manager for 8 years of my career. And she comes to me sometimes and we discuss in general terms, because she can't tell me a lot of stuff, but in general terms, how to handle difficult people. And that is one of my favorite parts, is being able to discuss our day-to-day like things and to kind of come up with solutions together. Although I don't know if she listens to me. She might just, as soon as she gets off the phone with me, be like, that dude's so crazy. I ain't listening to that. I have no idea. You have to ask her.
No, you have good suggestions.
Hey, guys, she admitted it. Take note. Take note. It's a woman admitting that a man was right. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing I was sitting down.
It is.
She gonna kill me later. It's okay. Oh, and we won't be around on Sunday. Maybe if I did a live stream in the morning time, but that's the only time I could do it because we're going to a special family dinner that all of a sudden popped up on the calendar as soon as they found out Mrs. Chip's going to be here. So, yeah, you guys understand that, right? I do love my family, and I'm only joking around. It's great. It'll be great to see them all. Well, not all of them. There's one person I don't care for, but no names. Who was that, Amber? Oh, sorry. You guys didn't hear that. Oh yeah, we joke around a lot, and like I said, she's being a little shy. This is like only her second time on camera, but I thought it was her first. But John reminded me that she was on camera briefly a couple years ago. But no, we throw stuff back and forth at each other, and I am not talking about physical objects. I'm talking about, although that'd be funner. We just throw stuff back and forth at each other all the time. Of course, when you've been married as long as we have, you can't get mad about the simple things. And I'm not trying to give any advice. I'm just saying you really can't. Wow. Oh yeah. That sounds real good. And I'll say this too, and no, I'm not just buttering up Miss Chip. I'm being serious here. When it comes to our long-term relationship of 28 years, perhaps the most surprising thing to me is that it actually made it that far. Because there's been times that I've really wondered if we're truly compatible for each other. And then I realized that I'm just angry and I need to stop and go to bed, because in the morning I'll feel different. And that's perhaps like one of the things that I've learned. And sorry, I didn't mean for this to be the marriage advice one, but I've learned that just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean you need to express it, because you can hurt feelings. And relationships are a lot like a twig. They're very flexible, but once you break a twig, there is no coming back. It's done. And so when you're angry, sometimes you just got to take a back seat and realize that you're angry, not say what you're feeling, and come back later when you don't feel as strong, because you won't feel that strong forever. No matter how angry you are, you won't. So a little bit of advice on relationships. I've had to learn, because I'll admit, when I was saying about the angry stuff earlier, I think early on in our relationship, I wouldn't hold back. I'd just say however I felt, and I didn't care how she felt. And that's not right, because my goal isn't to hurt her feelings. My goal is to resolve whatever problems in front of us. And if you've made the other person really upset by saying stupid things, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to resolve anything. So you got to kind of watch your mouth, you know. And I know I need to, and I do. I don't. And there's been times that I've had to tell Mrs. Chip that I can't talk about whatever we're going to talk about right now, and we have to come back later. She's done the same thing. She'll tell me sometimes, "Hey, look, right now, I just can't do it," and that's okay, because you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings and cause irreparable damage. What's on the menu for Sunday? I'm not sure. This particular sister likes to cook Hispanic foods, and I am a fan of Hispanic foods, so I'm not too picky about what's on the menu for Sunday. Oh, where'd he go? Enzo! Oh, he's right there. Hey, buddy. See, look at this evidence right here. He's come up to Mrs. Chip for attention. You ain't gonna believe it. He's a great dog.
He's a good dog.
I'm glad he's part of the family. Here. You want to go? Enzo, you want to go? Enzo. He's like, dude, you're sitting there building Legos. I know you ain't going nowhere. That's what he's saying to me right now. So we are got about 100 pieces on this bag, and then we got one more bag after this one. So we're almost down and out on this one. Almost done. And it's 7:30 here, and Mrs. Chip said something about getting a burger yesterday. That place closes at 9, or we could just go get something.
We got a little Stop and Shop
Pizza style.
pizza stuff.
Yeah. Now you're talking. So we'll go. It's too bad I'm the one doing the talking, but yeah.
It's your channel.
No, it's cool. I'm not complaining. You're good. I just appreciate you being on here, because I think they want to see you more than they want to see me. I mean, after all, who wants to see this mug?
Me.
Oh, well, you're about the only one. Thank you. I appreciate you being so kind. Oh, snap. That was not... What the heck? Oh, there it goes. That won't work. And saying "oh snap" when you're building Legos is kind of stupid because of course you're gonna snap. It snaps all the time. Laugh it up, Fuzzball. Star Wars. Yes, I remember that with Chewbacca. When I woke up this morning, I had no idea this is what I'd be doing. But you know what? Building Legos is not a bad idea. Oh, I mean, having Miss Chip here is not a bad thing.
Nice save.
I think I'm in trouble. Could you please open the next bag? Look at that. She's so kind. I think the real reason she's doing it is because she wants to get a burger. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Oh, there's really not much to that, is there?
Mm-hmm.
That last bag's going to go by pretty quick, guys. And gals.
So I got my fishes. What about bread?
Sleeping with the fishes. That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bread and fishes.
Oh, you know something? I got plenty of bread loaves downstairs. Lego bread loaves. I've got like a whole drawer full, and like I picked them up on the pick-a-brick wall a couple of years ago, and no one ever bought them. I've been thinking about stealing them.
These are the breads? Or is that wood?
That's wood. What the heck was that? Oh, that was... Bless you. She's allergic to me now. After all these years, she's finally developed an allergy.
It's something.
Yeah, Enzo. It's funny. I was going to tell you guys this earlier, but I kind of got sidetracked. So one of the reasons I like having Gertie around is that because of Enzo's past, he doesn't really know how to be a dog sometimes. And so when you get Gertie here, it's funny because she teaches him how to be a dog. Like, he'll bark at things when she's here, like other dogs. And he used to never, ever chew on bones, even though I give it to him. And so it's kind of cool to have Gertie here because now that she's been here, they fight over bones, and now he's chewing on a bone right now. So it's kind of nice. All right, so we got our last sticker, which is going to be a crab. Oh, John, you were talking the other day about Civilization 6. One of the things I like about Civilization 6 is that you can create religions and you can spread your religion. And the other day when I was playing, I admit I wasn't being very nice. I made a religion in it, and I used this crab, and it almost looks like dental coal for the crab, but it's red. And I called the religion that I founded Useful Idiots. And so every time I converted a new city to the religion, it would say you've converted the city to Useful Idiots. So I thought that was pretty funny. I'm very proud of myself for that. Okay, we got fishes, and we got the dude. And when it comes to that, John, I like to play the game in domination mode where you conquer every other civilization. And I like to put the maximum amount, the biggest map you can get, and then the maximum amount of players and city states and like to conquer that. I want to see her do some disassemble and sorting. Well, if she's up to it, I don't know. I don't know what plans we actually have while she's here. We do have some, but she is always welcome to join me, and throw a few jokes my way. She's good for that. I mean, she has to have a sense of humor. She married me after all, and she had my children. So I mean, gotta be something to it. See, she's remained quiet. She's pleading the fifth right here. I'm telling you. She then put one trick to me. Thanks, Enzo. All right, so let's finish this one up. I like my version of the beach better. Of course, my version of the beach is very piece intensive. It would be way too expensive. I have very expensive Lego taste. And yeah, I used to put 2 of Civilization and make sure they're far enough away we can develop. Jeff, cool, it's stick after stick after stick. That's because I don't understand that jump. But that could be just me. I'm tired. And again, it could be just because Miss Chip's sitting next to me because, I lost a brain cell or 2 sitting. Okay, that was a little too far. Sorry. That was taking a little too far. She gonna kill me. But she's got to make it good because she can only do it once.
Right.
I like their sand dunes though.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to copy that. Oh my goodness, guys. I never thought I'd see this. But we are staring at almost the end of this build. The one thing I will say right off the bat about this set that I don't like is that they did not build it with a truck to take the containers away. I think this set would have been a ton cooler with a truck. And actually, I kind of thought there was, but there is not. And of course, it helps you don't knock your builds apart. So let's place some peeps. Let's put the old man on the end here. Let's put his smelly fish basket here. Oh, little girl.
Mm.
She's annoying. I mean, I love my kids, but I'll admit sometimes maybe I shouldn't have been a dad, but sometimes my kids were really annoying. So here's the old lady standing here. Let's switch camera views just for a second so y'all can see this up close and personal. Okay. We'll get this into view here. Okay. So we've got the dock itself with the tires to keep it from bumping, which is true in real life. They do that. And they've got 2 small containers. I love this thing right here where they can pick up the containers and move them. Here you've got a little park bench with some flowers. You've got some lamps, a map. You've got a life preserver here. You got an old granny, Miss Chip. And then you got a little ice cream shop on the bottom, a little diner on top of pizza. You've got a little place to sunbathe here. Looking at all my characters, none of them are tan. I think they all need a tan. And then we've got a jet ski and a little, I don't know what that is, a little boat there, and a collection of figures that, are here. So this is your full 1,226 pieces for this set. Set number 60422, the Seaside Harbor with cargo boat. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it. Not trying to kiss Mrs. Chip's butt, but just being honest, I really enjoyed her being here. It's always a pleasure to spend time with her. If it wasn't, I wouldn't stay married to her. Well, maybe I would at this point. But no, I'm just kidding. She's actually a real pleasure to have her around. So I appreciate her humoring me. And I mean, all of me too. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, hit the like button and subscribe, turn on all notifications, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you're going to get this set, especially if you're watching on the replay, because I know if you're watching now, you can just tell me. But if you're watching on the replay, let me know if you purchased this set, whether you like the set, whether you like my comments or not. Maybe you don't, and that's okay if you don't. It's perfectly fine. All right, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you on the next one, whenever that is.